Welcome everyone. Today we have another new sessions with the MIS Marketing Information Systems, and this is very important for the markets and gathering information and measure by market demands. This is very important for the today's worlds. Uh, According to Philip Kotler's, market is become a battle based more on information than on sales power. So if I focus on these chapters, we have a specific objective of these chapters. The objective is what are the component of a modern marketing information system, what constitute goods market research, how can market decision support system help market managers make better decisions, how can demand be more accurate, measured and forecasted. The component of a modern marketing information system. We have Market Information System MIS. 10 useful questions for determine the information need of marketing managers. What decision do you regularly make? What information do you need to make this decision? What information do you regularly get? What special studies do you periodically request? What information would you want that you are not gathering now? What information would you want daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly? What magazine and trade reports would you like to see on a regular basis? What topics would you like to be kept information of? What data analysis program would you want? What are the four most helpful improvement that could be made in the present marketing information systems? So if we can find out these questions in an effective way, and if we can give these answers for these things, then we can connect different kind of things and we can solve these things. So first thing first, if we can focus on the order of payment cycle, self information system, database, data warehouse and data mining. So first question is that can you name a company that uses targeted mailing to promote new product or really regional offering? A marketing intelligence system is a set of procedures and sources used by manager to obtain everyday information about development in the marketing environment. What are some of the potential hazards a company might face by relying too heavily on distributors, retailers, or other intermediaries for market intelligence? Uh, let's say there is an example. The Marriott Vacation Club International website give interest customer that opportunity to sell themselves on the Marriott offering. Second, CEO Express.com is a portal to information. A user click on a listing and is then connected to that site. Then the secondary data source. The secondary data source, we have internal source, company profile, loss statement, balance sheet, sales figures, sales call report, invoice, inventory records, and prior research projects. Then we have government publications, statistical abstracts of the United States, country and city data books, industrial outlook, marketing information guide. C. Periodicals and books, business and periodicals, index, standard, and spore industries. Marketing research systems. In the marketing research system, we have supplies of marketing research, engaging students or professors to design and carry out projects, using the internet, checking out rivals, syndicate service research firm, custom market research firm, specialty line market research firm. The marketing research process, we have defined the problem and the research objective, develop the research plan, call the information, analyze the information, present the finding, and make the decisions. So why marketing research is very important? Marketing research is very important because we need real marketing research systems. If we have a real marketing research systems, and if we can interact with the marketing research system in a professional way, that times we can create a lot of things. That times we can create different kind of interesting backdrop, different kind of things and different kind of data, different kind of informations, and different things. In the marketing research context, one thing is very important. Definitely, one thing is always very important, like data, data, available informations. So when we move with this marketing systems, let's say when we move with this marketing different kind of strategy, which will help us to understand the rules and regulations. So we have market research systems. In the market research system, market research process, step one, define the problem. Okay, the decision alternatives and the research objectives. Then develop the research plan, data resource, research approach, observational approach, focus group. Then we have market research system, survey research, behavioral data, experimental research, research instrument, questionnaire, psychological tool, mechanical devices, and qualitative measures. There are the different type of questions we can create for our planning. And we have sample unit, sample size, sample procedures. So let's say this is www.onesync.com is a consumer psychological website set up by the Dr. Brian Onesync of the University of Illinois. Let's say probability and non-probability sample. So probability is very important. We have to identify, we have to analyze, and we have to understand the probabilities and the different kind of things which is actually help us to understand the market, which is ultimately help us to overcome from these situations of different kind of things. So in the simple random sample, every member of the population has an equal chance of selections. Stratified random sample, the population is divided into mutually exclusive groups, and random sample are drawn from each groups. Cluster sample, the population is divided into mutually exclusive group, and the research drawn a sample of the group to interview. So if we can understand these different issues, and if we can understand uh, different kind of market information, then we can identify, and then we can analyze the different kind of important things. So in the probability methods, there are some other important things. Let's say convince sample. So what is the convince sample? The research selected the post accessible population members. Judgment sample. What is the judgment sample? The researcher selects population member who are good prospectors for accurate information. Quota sample. The researcher find and interview a prescribed number of people in each of the several categories. Market research system. Market research system is a contact methods, mail questionnaires, personal interviewing, arrange interview, intercept interview, online method, click stream, cookies, automated telephone survey. Market research system. Collect the information, analyze the information, present the findings, and make the decisions. So first of all, we have to collect a lot of information. Then we have to analyze the information. Then we have to present the finding and make the decisions. So if we want to do these things, there is a scientific method. Effective marketing research use the principles of the scientific method, careful observations, formulations of hypotheses, predictions, and testings. Research creativity. At its best, market research develop innovations way to solve a problem. A clothing company catering to teenagers gave several young men video camera, then used the video for the focus group held in restaurant and other place teens frequents. Multiple methods. Marketing research shy away from overreliance or any one methods. They also recognize the value of using 2 or 3 methods to increase confidence in the result. So market research system. Marketing research system, we can overcoming barrier to the use of marketing research, a narrow conception of the research, uneven caliber of research, poor framing of the peoples, late and occasionally erroneous findings, personality and presentational difference. Beside that, in the marketing decision support, we have MDSS, marketing and sales software program, branded, cal plan, detailers, geolines, media, promoter, adcat, conver stories. These are different kind of software we are actually using for the market research. So I request to everyone, when you do market research, the major things you have to look: market informations, market data. So data is very important. So example, we go for the marketing regression analysis, we can go for the discriminating analysis, we go for factor analysis. What is multiple regression analysis? Is statistical technique for estimating a best fitting equations showing how this value of a dependent variables varies with changing values in a number of independent variables. Example, a company can estimate how unit sales are influenced by changes in the level of company advertising's expenditure, sales force size, and the price. So multiple regression analysis we have to understand. Then discriminant analysis, a statistical technique for classifying an object or person into two or more categories. Example, a large retail chain store can determine the variable that discriminate between successful and unsuccessful store locations. Factor analysis is statistical techniques used to determine the few underlying dimensions of a large set of intercorrelated variables. Example, a broadcast network can reduce a large set of TV program down to a small set of basic program types. Here is the thing: forecasting and demand measure. If we forecasting is very important. What will happen in the futures? We need to forecast. What the requirements? We need to forecast. What will happen in the futures? We need to forecast. If we can forecast these things properly, then we can identify. So which market to measure? We need to understand the market. We need to understand potential market, available market, target market. Vocabulary for the demand measure: market demand, market share, market penetration index, and share penetration index. So this is the market demand functions. This is very important. So when we can understand the market demand functions, that times we can take necessary initiative. So what is the, can you name a market segments with a low penetration index? So for that particular issues, we need market forecast. Let's say, example, we are going with a software company. So what the market forecast we can do? What the market potential we have, how we can create the penetrations, how we can create lot of opportunity, what is the company demand, what is the company sales, how we can do the forecast, sales quota, sales budgets, or what will be the sales potentials. If we can do it, then we can take a lot of initiative. Forecasting demand and measures: estimated current demands, total market potentials, area market potential, market build-up methods. If we when we do the market build up methods, that time we have to understand annual sales in millions, number of establishments, potential number of lead sales, and market potential. So forecasting and demand measure. At present, let's say in the present COVID situations, we have different markets, we have different potentials, and we have different things. And in that situation, we have to develop the brand development index. So we have to be focused on multiple factor index. Let's say calculating the brand development index, percentage of US brand, percentage of US category, and BDI. There is a territory: Seattle, Portland, Boston, Toledo, Chicago, and Baltimore. These are the area they have different cells. So we can forecasting these things. So forecasting and demand measurements. In the forecasting and demand development, we have industry sales and market shares, estimating future demand, survey of buyer intention, forecasting purchasing probability scales. And forecasting and demand measure, composite of the sales force opinions. If we have the composite of the sales force opinion, expert opinion, group discussions methods, pooling of individual estimates, past sales analysis, time series analysis, exponential smoothings, statistical demand analysis, economic analysis. These are the analysis. How many days it takes, what the exponentials, what the statistics demands we have, and economics analysis we have. These are the way we can analyze these things, and we can understand different kind of factors. So why this kind of factors and everything is important? Because demand forecastings in a present situations very important, really important. If you cannot forecast the demand in a proper way, so that time you cannot make a successful ventures, or you cannot make a successful things in a professional way, because demand ultimately help you to understand the real growth, the understand the real factors. So if you go for the demand growth, what we can understand, demand forecasting is the process of which historical sales data is used to develop an essentials of an expected forecast of customer demand. Do business demand forecasts provide an estimate of the amount of goods and services that its customer will purchase in the foreseeable futures? Critical business assumption like turnover, profit margin, cash flow, capital expenditures, risk assessment, mitigation plan, capacity planning, etc. depends on demand. Forecasting, demand forecasting type. Demand forecasting can be broadly classified based on the level of detailings, time space considerations, and the scope of marketing considerations. Outlined below are major types of demand forecast. We have passive demand forecast, active demand forecast, short-term demand forecast, medium to long-term demand forecast, and external macro level demand forecast, internal business level demand forecast. If we can forecast this kind of demand, at that time we can take necessary initiative. It's a now in the healthcare system, it's improved a lot. So in the healthcare system, if we can take necessary initiative, if we can create necessary initiative at that times, it will be helpful for our organizations, and we can produce these things and we can fulfill the demand. So this is the ultimately the way how we can overcome from this situation. So these are the different things I shared today, especially the demand forecasting and especially the MIS and this point of view. Thank you, Tahrina, Shahrukh, Shumon, Husniara Firdos, and Mohammad Suhail Rana for your support and everything. If you have any questions, you can communicate with me, and we can give you the answers. And then you can make a successful demand forecasting for your organizations. Thank you, everyone.